All right, example 2. So in example 1, I said I'd show you an easier way to check your solutions, because what I'm really looking for here is your algebra. I want you to show me the algebra that's needed to solve a system of 3 and 3 unknowns. What's really nice is if we already know what the solution's supposed to be. So let's start by writing our matrix of our coefficients in our solution, and then we'll use our REF to find the solution. So to do this, what we do is we start with 1, 3, 5, and 20 in row 1. So it's coefficient 1, 3, 5, 20. In row 2, we're going to have 0, 1, -4, and -16. And in row 3, we're going to have 3, -2, 9, and 36. Okay? Then you're simply going to get your calculator out, your TI, and you're going to go to Matrices, Edit. So to refresh your memory, you're going to go to Matrix, then you're going to go to Edit. You're going to make sure you're in a 3x4 matrix, and then you're going to enter values. Okay? Once you do that, you go out to your home screen, and from the home screen, then you're going to go second, matrix, math, okay, RREF, and then that'll bring you out to your home screen. And in your home screen, when you have RREF, go call your matrix up. Mine happens to be B. When we do this, what will happen is you will get a matrix that looks like this: 1, 0, 0, 0, and then 0, 1, 0, 0, and 0, 0, 1, 4. And what that is going to be telling us is that the solution is 0, 0, 4. Now you know what you're supposed to get when you solve this system. So, since my equation 2, and you know from our last example that I like to refer to these as equation 1, 2, and 3. Since equation 2 is already solved for one variable, let me restate that. One variable is eliminated, the x is gone. Then I'm going to use E1 and E3 to eliminate the x's. And if you look at this, I hope you can see that if I multiply E1 by -3, so -3 E1, okay, so that means this times -3, this times -3, this times -3, and this times -3. Then I will get -3x. When I add it to 3x, it will be gone. So what I will get is -3x minus 9y minus 15z equals -60 for my new E1, sorry, my new E1. I multiplied it by everything by -3. If I take E3 and rewrite it, 3x minus 2y plus 9z equals 36. And then simply add the columns down. You can see that those go away. And I get -11y minus 6z equals -24. Now, I can just tell you it's important that you write all your steps out, because if you don't, you may make a silly mistake, okay? You may not multiply the 3 by the -3, but you did everything else. You won't get this answer. So this is simply here so that when I set my next system up of 2 equations and 2 unknowns, I can then solve for one of the 2 variables. And whichever one I get solve for, it better be a 0 or a 0 or a 4. So here we go. E2 is y minus 4z equals -16. New E1 We can call it new E3, whatever. I don't care. New equation, let's call it new equation, is negative 11y minus 6z equals negative 24. Now, so I have a system here, and what I want to do is eliminate the y's or eliminate the z's. I am going to eliminate the y's because I can see that if I multiply this whole thing by 11, then these two will go away, because 11y take away 11y is 0. So what I will end up with is 11y minus 44z equals negative 176. And that's simply distributing the negative or the 11 to all three values. Okay, I distributed. Multiplied 11 times that, times that, times that. All right, negative 11y minus 6z equals negative 24. So, bada boom, we got rid of those guys. Okay, now when I add this down, I get negative 50z equals, negative 200. Now, divide by negative 50 and divide by negative 50. I get z equals 4. Bazinga. Got it. All right. So at this point, I'm just going to look up here. I'm going to look at all my equations. I can use any one of my equations to back substitute for. Okay. So what I'm going to choose is equation 2. And I'm going to say y minus 4z equal negative 16. Now I'm going to plug in 4. Y minus, well, if I plug in 4, I get minus 16 equals negative 16. Now when I add 16 and add 16, I get y equal 0. Check it out. We have 4 and we have 0. Guess what we're going to get on the next one? You got it. So I'm going to take E1, and it is x plus 3y plus 5z equal 20. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug in a 0 here, and I'm going to plug in a 4 here. So I'm going to get x equal x plus 3 times 0 is 0, plus 5 times 4 is 20, equal 20, minus 20, minus 20, x equals 0. Solution. Zero, 0, 4, and it checks with our matrices. That is how we solve systems of 3. And what is really nice in this is that I don't mind that you use matrices to find your solution, but what I want you to do is show me all of the algebra, all of it, every bit of it. Because we're just working on our algebra skills, so we're ready for calculus.